Hello and welcome to one and all. You are now about to watch a moment in time of Man Cave Poetry Days, Poetry of Life, readings from the Man Cave. As these poems are written by me, they are reflections, thoughts or experiences of life and its funny ways. The titles speak for themselves.
Good evening. I'm just playing with my spider. I had to chase him away from my candles and put her out or whatever they're called. So, I better not annoy him anymore. He's getting a bit agitated. Alright, good evening. Welcome to another instalment of Man Cave Poetry Days. Well, spring is definitely in the air. Mrs. Producer doesn't even have her beanie on tonight. That's saying something. So, I hope you've all been well and enjoyed the week, and I hope spring's wherever you are. Right, I've got three fairly recent ones tonight, and then we'll delve into the dark side of your mind with some music appreciation. So, sit back, I'll let you know what I'm reading you. The three I will be reading tonight are The Good Wind, Embrace, and Holy Man. So, hope you got a nice hot toddy in your hand, or a nice coffee. Let's go. First one tonight is called The Good Wind. Waiting in line, filling in time. What's the news? Watching people carrying the blues. Hey old man, what's the plan? Who made the rules to live this way? Do we get a say? You can't go where the others go, it ain't right. To do what the others do, make your own way, it's your say. You make your own rules day after day. I thought that as a trigger, your world is getting bigger. Take the reins, tomorrow's never the same. Ride the good wind, blow the dark away. It's okay to say, I am who I am. I will find my way. Still free to live today. Amen to that. We're all still free to live today, so make the most of it. Right, the second one tonight is called Embrace. Life can divide. You can win or lose, or we can choose. It can break your heart, it can leave you blind. You can read the signs, or leave them behind. Walk this life pretending to be something else, never knowing your true self. Sadness can live with you, or happiness will get you through. Don't live by what others do, when in your heart you're not being true. It can be hard to look at yourself, denying what you can be, locking your soul to the wrong destiny. Stand and be counted, face who you are, and we'll take you far. Being true to yourself, take your life off the shelf. Embrace life. The world will treat you right. Cast away your net. Free your soul. It's not over yet. You can win this bet. And that's the bet you really want to win if you're a gambler. Not the lotto. You won't win that. Right. The last one tonight is called Holy Man. I was sitting in a park, it was a nice warm day, pondering my thoughts when a holy man came my way. He asked if he could join me and said, this is a nice place to be. I did agree. We got to talking about God and this world and what's going on, how it's going so wrong. He told me of his life from a young age following Christ. In this world of sin, how he did begin. And where it got him. There was such happiness in his word. Something I'd never heard. He asked me, do you believe? Can you see? I said I do and I am. Finding the true way too, he said, may I give you some advice? I nodded and he said, never lose faith, live true to yourself. Give love to one another, love your father and mother. Live by his word, listen to your heart. It's never too late to start. So on that day I felt the true way and thanked that holy man for reinforcing God's given plan. Yeah. Too right. Now, let's delve into the dark side. Shake it around and let's go with a bit of music appreciation. Right, I gave you a line last week. A classic line. I know some of you got it. Let me tell you what it was. The line was, and once you're gone you can't come back. When you're out of the blue and into the black. Well, that line is off one of the greatest songs I reckon on my playlist, called Hey Hey My My, by our old friend Neil Young, who, as I said, some call him Canadian, some call him Canadian American, so I'll put both down. Singer-songwriter. His career started in the 60s, and yeah, after this concert, he got the name of Godfather of Grunge. He's won 3 Grammys, 6 Juno, which is 7 Juno Awards, which are Album of the Year. So 7 albums got Album of the Year. 2023, Rolling Stone named him number 30 on their list of the top 250 guitarists of all time, and he's up there with them all, Neil. If you haven't seen it, Get Rust Never Sleeps. It's one of the greatest live performances, I reckon, to date. As far as theatrics, just the whole concert was awesome. I watch it quite regularly, actually. Right, the one this week is from an American rock band formed in LA in 1965. Now, this is a 4-piece band. You all know who this is. They're one of the most, and amongst the most influential and controversial rock acts of the 60s. They released 6 studio albums in 5 years. By 1972, they had sold 4 million albums and 8 million singles, which are the old, if you're old like me, 45s. Right, they got inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993, but one member was gone. And he was one of the 27 Club. That doesn't give me a clue, I don't know what. Well, now, this is a classic song that this line comes from. And I can just see him standing there singing this, and the line he sings is, his brain is squirming like a toad. Ha ha. His brain is squirming like a toad. So it's a great song. Ooh. Speaking of squirming like a toad, I will better answer that, or I will be. Hello, Mrs. Producer. Yeah, you know who that is, don't you? Yes, he was. He was one cool dude, and he loved his poetry as well. He was one of the greatest poets of the 60s, along with him and Bob. Alright, time to go. Campfire bending down. Okay, I'll sort it out. Okay, ciao. Bye-bye. Well, that's it. I'm going to get the fire cranked up. I didn't think she'd have a fire tonight, but, you know, Mrs. Producer can often throw these things at me. So on that note, I will say good night from the man cave and good night from me.